Tarot with Viper. We're going to get into Scorpio's reading today. I'd like to ask if you could like, share, subscribe, do all things to help me grow. I really appreciate it. I'm still very much at the beginning part of my journey, and any energy that you can share with me would be much appreciated. I got some channeled messages, so we're going to dive straight into them. So I heard tied, knotted, and bound. And I heard 8th house, and that's how I knew it was for Scorpio. I was, one, curious by the tied, knotted, and bound, just because Scorpio is kind of known to being a little kinky. So that was kind of in par with your energy. But when I actually went to go write down this channeled message, I wrote tied, knotted, bond. And so this is around a bond. I then saw a shovel and a hole being digged. At first I saw a body lying next to the hole, but it shifted into a necklace, and you place the necklace into the hole. And it was very profound for me because your last Scorpio reading, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend checking it out. I spoke about your heart being buried. There was a card that came out and the heart was buried beneath the tree. And so there's some correlations, some synchronicity is already happening from the previous reading. I took my children to daycare this morning, and my son went straight into the sand pit and started to dig a hole with a shovel. And he said he was going to fill it with water. And so it feels like some emotions buried, and that was the synchronicities, right? That's what we need to open our eyes to, because they're always around. And the hole looked exactly the same. My child does channel quite often, and so I do take his messages very seriously. I did some research into what tied, knotted, and bound means. And knots used in rituals to protect from evil spirits and secure blessings. So it feels like securing a blessing at the moment. It also can represent union, commitment, and protection. And we did speak about a Knight of Wands kind of character in your life in the previous reading, and it has been a theme that's been coming out for Scorpio. So there's a union that's being protected at the moment, with this tied, knotted, and bound / bond. With the bearing of the necklace, it can serve as a way to sever ties with past mistakes. And so in the past, and I did speak about this in the previous reading as well, maybe you gave a lot, especially financially, to a situation. And it's with the bearing of the necklace, it feels like severing ties with the past. It can safeguard what is precious, and you can also view the whole as a void, and filling the void with material things. So I feel like Spirit is saying, don't fill that void with material things. Material things will only last, an hour, make you happy. So I'm getting a bit of a shopping addiction. I also felt with the bearing of the necklace that because the necklace sits around your throat chakra and your heart, and in the previous reading there was a buried heart that came out, that your heart is really still hard to access in whatever union this is. So we're going to pull out some tarot cards and see what Spirit wants to say about this. So what's happening? What's happening for Scorpio? Ooh, the World. So your situation is the World and the Magician. Now this is completing a cycle, and the Magician is as above, so below, right? So again, I'm getting this notion of the heart. Okay, let's ask what your energy is. What's Scorpio's energy today? Quite a few cards came out. I'm not sure if I'll take them all. We've got about 5 cards here. Okay, I'm gonna try again. What's Scorpio's energy? Ten of Cups. That's beautiful, Scorpio. So again, getting this real sense of severing ties with the past. It feels like a new beginning, like you've closed out this chapter, and it seems like this new union that's in your life. If it is a new union, sometimes relationships can be transmuted and transformed, especially with this Magician energy. It feels like you're stepping into a new chapter in this union. Now, I think it's important that you place messages where they resonate. Not all messages are going to resonate for you, and that's where your discernment as a viewer comes in. What's another one for Scorpio's energy? Let's see. Can we get one more for the energy? For Scorpio's highest timeline, for the highest good of all, Spirit. Again, too many, but I see the King of Wands. And it's very similar cards. Just one, Spirit, please. This card fell. Temperance. Yeah, that's those past connections. Beautiful. 10 of Cups with Temperance. Yeah. Okay, so what's the obstacle here for Scorpio? The obstacle for Scorpio, Spirit. Tired, not holding down. You're struggling to rest and find ease. Okay. Yeah. So I do feel like something's weighing on your mind here. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Now this Knight of Pentacles is in reverse is not being strategic. It's not planting the seeds in the fields to grow. It could also be moving too quickly. Okay. What's the outside energy challenging Scorpio right now? Oh. I just said moving too quickly, and with the Eight of Wands pushing the Knight of Cups, this could be a love offer, someone coming in to offer you their cup, and it's coming in quick. And so it feels like you're really struggling with this, like things might be moving too fast. But what I'm getting really, what I'm really getting drawn into is in the channel messages, it says safeguard what is precious. And so it feels like you view your heart as precious and that you're safeguarding it, that things are moving a bit too quick for your liking. What's the outcome of this situation for Scorpio? What's the outcome for Scorpio's highest timeline, for the highest good of all involved? It might be worth doing a ritual. Ooh, I like it. King of Cups, yeah. That's a beautiful outcome. The outcome is feeling into this connection, and this King of Cups is very much in control of his emotions. The waves are moving quickly, and they're very high, but he's stable on this foundation. And so the outcome is that you're gonna alchemize something, and with that Magician energy and Temperance, yeah, for sure. Oh, that's great. That makes me so happy. Advice for Scorpio for their highest timeline. What's the advice? Nine of Pentacles. What I'm getting is that shopping addiction that I was just talking about before, Scorpio. So this is material wealth. The advice is to keep enough for yourself and not to give too much. And again, I'm being reminded of your last reading, a very similar energy coming through. So, you know, she's got all these pentacles kept to herself, and she's willing to share 3, but she's not going to give more because she understands that she's learned her lesson from the past. She's gone through the 7 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, and now she's here at the 9. So your advice is to not overshop. Don't overgive financially to a situation. Let's get some Kim Cran's cards, tarot cards out. Now, again, 5 of Cups. Ooh. Okay, what's the 5 of Cups about, Spirit? The High Priestess and the Son of Cups. Okay. Let me just sit with this for a second. Right. So what I'm really being drawn into is how the 5 of Cups and the High Priestess is looking at the Son of Cups in reverse. And so the Son of Cups in reverse is that past connection that I was talking about, where you've had to safeguard what is precious. This is why your heart is very hard to access. The 5 of Cups is looking at this experience, and the High Priestess too. She's got her intuition though, you see? She really learned a lot. And if you're male, female, doesn't matter. I'm just talking about the archetype of the High Priestess. She really learned a lot. And I kind of like that you're going from the horse to the tiger. Because for me, this is moving quickly. It's like I moved really quick in this connection. And it got me into this Son of Cups, which, you know, is being in a toxic relationship. It's the cup is foul, is what was coming through. And, you know, the tiger, she's really intuitive. Horses is that fire energy of I'm going for it, and this is I trust my intuition. I'm a huntress. I hunt the prey. I eat the horse. And that really falls in line with what I was saying before about maybe this connection moving a bit too quickly for your liking. Feeling a bit overwhelmed. Okay, so what advice can we give Scorpio about this? 1313 on the clock. This is that past connection. Oh my goodness. 10 of Swords. Son of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, we got a lot of wand energy. 9 of Swords, 5 of Wands. I believe this is the 6 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles. Like I said, this past connection really did a number on you. Really did a number on you. And you know how what your obstacle is the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. And here you've got the Knight of Pentacles upright. And this is why it's a bit of an obstacle for you at the moment. It's because you've had love in your life before. And again, I'm talking, this could be a connection that's being revitalized. It's like something needs to shift. And financially, you gave a lot to this, but this is done. You've transformed. You've turned from the caterpillar into the butterfly, Scorpio. I'd be really curious to know how this is turning up in your life. I don't often share this, but my mom is a Scorpio, and she was with my father for 30 years. And yeah, she really financially supported him. So I can see this in my own Scorpionic family playing out in ways. And it feels like there is deep transformation on the horizon for you. You've completed a cycle, but you're struggling to get the rest and to anchor into this new opportunity and love. Let's pull out some oracle cards. What advice can we give Scorpio to help them with this? Indulgence. This came out in your last reading, so it feels very much a carry-on energy. In the last reading, we got the spider. I spoke about the spider for you. You are with every desire, every dream. Demand what is yours and demand what you need. And maybe that is a little bit of the conversation that needs to happen, is like, this is moving real quick and I need a bit of space. I need to go sit in my bathtub and honor my moon, my intuition. Okay. And again, with that shopping addiction, like, don't indulge in shopping, indulge in self-care. Okay. It's too many. If you were here for the last reading, like, these are the exact same cards. It came out indulgence, the lovers. Yeah. They're exact. Let me see if the final one will come out the same one. Can we get one more for Scorpio? For their highest timeline, for their highest good. I might pin that reading below just for your own record. Because it's pretty freaky, the synchronicities. Any more? Or have we unburied our heart? Any more, Spirit? I want to keep trying to push it. Just be interesting to see if one more card came out, if it was the same one. Oh. That's the card. Sacrifice. Sorry, she's been nude. See your heart buried. I'm actually gonna read this one. The goat came out too. Fearless I am in the path I choose, for I've never been led astray, always finding my way. The goat. It does feel like you have been led astray in the past, but what I'm getting with this is that this is kind of karmic. It's like a lesson you needed to learn so that you could bring in the correct kind of energy into this, a connection. Now I'm going to read the sacrifice because I didn't read it last time. You literally got all three of the same cards again. So this is a big energy for you right now, and Spirit is really trying to guide you to honor the message that is trying to be received. Honor the message that's trying to be received. Interesting. 110. That's crazy, honestly. I'm really caught off guard, and I'm like a little bit blown away by this. Sacrifice invites you to let go of something that is preventing your growth. You do not wish to move on, but deep down you know that this is a necessary step on your path towards greater fulfillment. This can mean moving to a new home, embracing a new career or way of thinking, or even a rite of passage, such as graduation. You know that you're on your way to more, but the moment is still bittersweet. Pulling sacrifice shows that you have some doubts about your next step. You wonder if you have made the right choices or if you will regret your actions. Yes, there will be challenges and perhaps more sacrifices to come, but you will be willing to sacrifice something small to reap the rewards. And that's that Nine of Pentacles. She's sacrificing a little, not everything, which is what you've done in the past. It's time to commit to your choices and move on in the knowledge that there is much more for you to explore. And yeah, that's that necklace buried. That's your emotions buried. You can honor this past experience and let it go now. What a freaky reading. Thank you, Scorpio. It always gets deep and real over here with you. I absolutely adore Scorpios. I've got a stallion in Scorpio, and my best friend, which is my mother, is a Scorpio too. So much love to you, and I hope this resonated.